What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? It's Ring Bean, and I gotta say, this is probably my best Nintendo Switch trade haul to date. I do know that there are 6 PlayStation consoles, 3 PS2s, 3 PS1s that are all tested and working, and he said he threw in so much extra stuff. And guys, look at this tote right here. Oh my goodness, let's dive in and see what we got. So I'm not sure the absolute best way to do this video. I'm probably just going to start pulling stuff out and stacking it the way I do. Then we'll go over it, as I pull stuff out. I'm not going to do nothing fancy, you guys know that. But like I said, this came from a Nintendo Switch trade. It was a Pokemon edition. I saw they actually posted this on Facebook Marketplace for sale, and I was like, you know what? How about you want to trade for this? It's another collector. So for all you people out there who get sour about, oh, you shouldn't trade and get your profit, the guy knew exactly what was going on. He was happy as hell to get a Nintendo Switch in his pocket. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling stuff out and just seeing what all is here. I mean, we already see some decent stuff. Let's go. All right, guys, I made some progress to this tote right here. As you can see, we're down to like controllers and whatnot, and I did find a few bags of, as you can see, we got some memory cards, which is very nice. And so far, these are all the games that are in box with artwork, and we got some juicy titles here. Now, understand, this isn't going to be the most crazy lot. Like, you're not going to find, Rule of Rose or anything in here like this. But these are all commons for the most part. But they're commons that people want. And I can sell the hell out of this stuff. I'm going to show you guys at the end of the video just how I do that. And I'll have all this gone. This desk right here is where I'll stack up all my filler that I don't want to actually individually list. But I will go through and cherry pick this because there's so much good stuff. Half-Life 2, you got Tato Legends 2. There's a bunch of stuff in here that I'll be able to pull out and actually list. But whatever's left, I'll be able to sell just as quickly, and I'll get a very good amount for it. So stick through to the end of the video if you guys want to learn how to do that. Also, in this tote, I have found, you can tell this came from a collector, just a whole bunch of extra artwork, which in these cases right here are all just the game. So I'm going to see if I can't match any of them up. And then we got to go through all this stuff, of course, which is even more games in a case, and who knows all what else is in there. So let's keep digging. Alright, guys, so I checked all these right here. I didn't find anything too crazy, but I did find some that are worthy of individual listings. We got here Metropolis Mania, however you say it. 2, it's a not, believe it or not, it's not that pricey for a Natsume game. Still worth it on the individual scale. We got Spider-Man 2, which is Spider-Man games have always been slowly going up. We got Ultimate Ninja 3, a Naruto game. I believe there was a loose Ultimate Ninja 4 too as well. Dark Cloud with the manual, but what's good is I also have Dark Cloud here. It'll be a good bundler, so that'll be a, I don't know, $30, $40 listen. I can't remember the last I've checked on the pricing was. We got Spyro, Eternal Night, and Toy Story 2. Just a few things that, like, again, they're worth it to me to list on an individual level, as well as there's gonna be a bunch of stuff in here that I gotta pull as well. The other stuff, it's a little bit harder to sell when it's just disc only. I'll tell you my techniques towards the end of the video. But what I'll do is I'll probably remove all of them from these, because these are official PS2 cases. The cases, you can sell those separately and still do very well. Oh my goodness, my dog's going crazy over here. And still do very well. But anyways, let's keep digging. Alright, guys, so as you can see, my dog over here wants to get involved in what else. Don't knock nothing off, honey. Go move down there. Go find something to chew on. Alright, what else have we dug out? Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 PSPs, 2 Vader models, which is nice. And guys, what's funny is I can't make this up. I'm actually in my office where I have like, stacks of stuff listed, and I see this case over here for Ultimate Ninja 3. The game I just showed you, loose disc. So I can't remember, does this even have the manual or anything? This must have came from something that didn't have the disc. That works out just beautifully. Now we got a complete copy of that. Makes it a whole lot better. Alright, so the PSP, he says none of them are working right. None of them have batteries. And I asked him, I was like, well, what was the issues? He's like, well, the batteries were inflated, and I just took them out and never really messed with them. So they could potentially work with the batteries. I'm going to try. If not, for parts to sell these, that's an easy buckaroo right there. Plus, with it being Vader models, but I can tinker with these a bit. Some of them worse condition than others, but they're not bad for what they are. We got 3 PS1s. We got a PS1 Slim, 2 PS2s, or PS1s, standards, 2 PS2 Fats, and then 1 PS2 Slim. My money, I got $350 invested in this. Most of that money is going to come back just strictly through the consoles and controllers with the cords just sending off to Weevil. And if you don't know Weevil, who is the guy that I like to just liquidate and sell stuff, it moves very quickly, and his prices are very good. I always have his buy list in the description of the video. And if you want to reach out to Weevil directly, all you got to do is look at the link in my pinned comment for my Discord. Join up, tag Weevil, and he will set you up. He does free shipping over $100. Him with these consoles alone, that's going to be my $350, and then everything else is going to be pure profit. At least I think it's $350. I ain't checked his prices in a while, but he is a good dude. I highly suggest you hit him up. So another thing that I've been pulling out and this is honestly clever to me. This dude had stats. Now, why is all this stuff PlayStation? Mind you, he is a Nintendo fan. He does not collect, Xbox, PS2. He does have this stuff because, as collectors, we accumulate this stuff. And he did. He was like, you know what? I would like a shiny new Nintendo Switch that I ain't got to do no work for. And he was like, hey, come get this stuff off my hands. I was like, gladly. But we got a bunch of loose discs here, a bunch of loose discs here. I did go through these just to see if there was anything just absolutely insane. And I will show you. Oh, there's also just randomly a network adapter for PS2, which is always nice because they do sell. I want to go through some of these nicer discs just to kind of give you an idea of what all's in here. Let me see. Always save your wrestling games. Always save your Grand Theft Auto games, even though they're not the craziest amount. Dog's Life is $10-15. Why not? Yeah, there's that Naruto Ultimate Ninja 4 I was talking about earlier. Another Grand Theft Auto. Kingdom Hearts, which if you can get both of them. Now this one, the disc isn't that bad, but the front I've got to clean this up. That'll sell once I do. What do we got here? Oh, these are PS1 Crash games. Croc, which is a good bundler. Spyro. Ultimate Spider-Man, that's a nice one right there. Woo, that's a nice one. Let's see. Guitar Hero 2. Always say it's like all your GTA games, same as your Guitar Hero games. Same them, they are sought after now. Wrestling, it's not that sought after, it's what people want to go back and play. 7 Samurai. Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is always just one that just goes with, especially if you bundle it up with Battlefront 1. Oh, look at that one. Outrun Coast to Coast, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good disc right there. And it's in good shape. Dub Edition Midnight Club 3. Another Guitar Hero, which I just put to the side. Another Grand Theft Auto. I just don't know much about the comic book stuff. It's never been my style. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi. Unfortunately, it's not Tenkaichi 3. Guitar Hero, and I will bundle those up, and it's just a loose copy of Final Fantasy 8, one of the discs, because in here was a Final Fantasy 8 thing. I just gotta find it because it was missing a disc, and I guarantee you it's that disc right there. Now, all these other discs, it's not like this is all like junk sports. It's just these are just some of the quick things that I saw. Of course, I'm gonna go back through and just like really pick things out. I'm not gonna go through all these discs with you guys. Just so, you guys get the picture. All right, guys, so this is really it. There's still some stuff in the boxes, but it's mainly like aftermarket controllers and the cords for the consoles, which we do got to test up. The guy said he tested them all and they all work, but of course I'm going to double check just so, Weevil doesn't get anything bad in. It's what you should always do. But what exactly did we end up with? And I like to think of it, what did we end up with for $350? We ended up with 306 games, I believe, if my additions were correct. Sometimes they are and aren't, but I'd say we're around that number. We got about 100, a little bit over 100 in games that are actually in case and manual and whatnot. Some that are in just cases, but they will all be converted into disc only, which we have some very good disc only games. This equals out to a lot of good listings that I can have. And good listings for me are quick and easy, $15, $20 listings. And of course, there are some in there that are above that big time. But that's what I like. These are the good looking controllers that I do need to test. Most likely all going to go to Weevil himself, because he pays well in controls. Look at this. We had a Namco, I always say Namco Blaster, and I don't know what the hell the actual name of this gun is. But they sell pretty well. We got our 4 PSP systems, and of course the 6 consoles right there. So just these consoles alone with cords controller, it's probably all my money back. I just have to double check that. I'm pretty sure it is. We got those bags of memory cards up there, which is very nice. The extra manual art, which, always comes in handy. Every collector has that. I mean, we all have bags. I got bags of manuals all over the place. So I'm thinking we did pretty damn good. Now you may be asking yourself, because you know, if you follow along this long, how do I sell a lot of this filler stuff? Now again, there's some stuff in here that I wouldn't consider filler, because I'll pull that stuff out and individually list. But what's left over, you know, things like your Fight Night or your, you know, like Star Wars the video game, stuff like that, which, you know, you could sell online. It takes a while, and it's a pain to list. You're not making much at all. What I do is I don't worry about, you know, $3 or $4 here or there. If, you know, if a listing, if you can find it for $11.99 on eBay, it's usually like I only list if it's like at least $15. So anything below that, I just put in my filler pile. And what I do, and you're going to be surprised with this, is I wait till it accumulates, which I could probably do this in just the PS2 group alone. Is I make one ad, and all it says is $5 each, free ship, 5 games or more. And that means if they get 5 games, they get free shipping. Shipping with the new UPS or USPS ground advantage that they have now, it usually equates out to like $6 in shipping. So you're making $20 each sale, but that's not how you make your money. What you're waiting on, and it happens every time, and I've done this sale so many times where I'll have, if it's just PS2 games with, you know, Xbox or whatever, just a whole smorgasbord filler, you'll have that one person who's like, hey, how much for all of them? Or, hey, I need like 50 of them. You know, will you cut me a deal? And I'm always like, absolutely. I'll take 20% off whatever. And then you're 20% off $5 ain't but $1. So, you know, it really is, it's quite easy to sell. So now shipping's a pain. But again, I've had sales where I've done, you know, a few hundred PS2 games at a time. I've done my last one, this wall right here. Now, it's actually, you know, if you look up, I got a white bulletin board where I keep a timestamp. Where it'll actually like keep this whole area just filled up. And you go to Facebook groups and you go to, you know, retro collection groups, check their rules. You know, most of them require a timestamp, blah blah blah. They all think they're hierarchy, you know, BS, but they're very easy to get along with. Make your posting, you know, cross post it to other groups. You'll do really well. Like if I was just going to do a PlayStation only group, there's guaranteed going to be someone in there who wants to add a bunch of these to their collection to fill out their collection. And at $5 a piece, you know, you sell 100 games, you know, you're making quite a few bucks. So you guys, that's how I do it. Now for the disc-based games, obviously the ones that are very good to list on their own, those are going to be listed. But for everything else, I have most of, you know, 200 plus games in loose discs. So what I will do is, whichever ones I do not feel like listing, I'll reach out to a few of my collecting buddies who actually, you know, they'll have stacks of cases, or, you know, they'll be looking for a loose disc, see if they need anything, and whatever they don't need, it's going to go straight to eBay, and it's going to go to a auction most likely. A lot of times I've been avoiding auctions. I might start like at a dumb buy it now price and just see where it goes. Maybe slash it off. But sometimes they'll usually go. There's a lot of game stores out there that will buy this stuff and they'll put them in sleeves and sell them on an individual level. So with that, guys, I'm telling you, we did well with this. And the PSPs right there, even if they don't work, I guarantee you I'm going to do well with this listing right here. So again, go check out Weevil. He will buy quite a bit from you. Like I said, his buy list is in my description. And the link to the Discord is in the comment section. Top pinned comment, I got to do is click on it. It's free to sign up because, you know, Bean's not going to make a server where you got to pay for it like these other goobers I see out here. And if you check below Weevil's buy list, I actually have a link. I just put it out to my new eBay store. Not the one with like 3,000 or 4,000 feedback. I actually started a brand new store. It's very new, so there's not too many listings, but some of this stuff will eventually get up there. I don't list as much on eBay as I used to, just simply for the fact that I'm doing these liquidation sales. Makes it quick, easy, and money is always flowing. But with that said, guys, that's what I got. Tell me down below if you thought this was a good trade for a Nintendo Switch. $350 in for all of what you see. But with that said, guys, I hope you all take care and enjoy the rest of your day.